Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So, as you can see, I'm already huffing and puffing, which is pretty bad considering we still got to make our way up there. But so we're in the Lake District today. We're heading up to Sprinkling Tarn, and then hopefully make our way up to the summit of Great End, where I'm gonna set up camp tonight. So just started the hike not too long ago. Yeah, got a long way to go, but yeah, hope you enjoy this hiking montage. All right, let's get at it. An update from the trail. We just came up that, and now we have to go up that. So probably not going to be able to film this part. Might even have to put the camera on my back. So I'll get back with you once we're up there. Alright, so there she is. Great End. So we're losing daylight. The goal is to get up there, but once we get to Sprinkling Tarn, I'll see what time it is and reassess, because I definitely don't want to make a push for the summit of Great End if I can't get there before sunset. So if not, we'll maybe pitch near Sprinkling Tarn or somewhere around there. Hopefully there's not too many people. If there is, I don't know, we may make a push for it and just try to get up there as quickly as possible. So we'll see. Alright, so we're gonna go for it. Sprinkling Tarn is just over that little hill where you can see the trail ending there. We just came from down there. Tarn's currently getting covered by some cloud, and the footpath is up this way. I usually really like the footpath app, but in this instance, even though it's showing this is a path, it's not much of a path. It's more like a choose your own adventure kind of thing. But the map shows we're going straight up this, which is gonna be a little challenging. But hopefully we'll get to the top before sunset. You make this look easy, huh? Okay, so change of plans. I am definitely not going to make the summit before sunset. So, considering that was really the only reason I was trying to get up there, I think I'm going to save that till maybe spring when it's not getting dark at 4:20, because I would still have that bit to go, which isn't much, but I just know I wouldn't make it. And I came over here for a second to take a look at Sprinkling Tarn, and I noticed that there's actually no one camping by it, which I feel like it's rare because I know how popular it is. So that little island there in the center, I think I'm gonna try to make that home for the night, and that way I can get out of here and back down early enough to go pick up my kids again. That seems to be the theme since this is a school night. But yeah, so as crazy as it sounds, I was so close. I am going to head back down. I'm actually going to head back down this way and then catch the path over there and then back around and then camp on that little tiny peninsula on Sprinkling Tarn. So I'll get back to you guys when I get down there. All right, let's go. All right. So, as you can see, I finally got the tent up. Unfortunately, I'm gonna miss that sunset, but I think I may have a solution that might allow us to actually see it. So let's give that a try right now. Temperatures dropped significantly. Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like even with the drone, we weren't able to see the sunset, so even coming down here and setting up, I still didn't beat it. That's the problem with winter camping. It just, it gets dark so quick. I usually can't get up here because it took a little over 4 hours to get here, so I just can't get here in enough time to actually do some of the bigger hikes. But as we get into spring and the sun starts setting later, I should be able to get out here and actually complete it though. But I'm gonna go ahead and get on something a little bit warmer, and then we need to go get some water and start cooking. it's about that time. So for dinner tonight, I've got braised sausage, greens, and beans. Yeah, I've had this before. It's pretty good. So I'm gonna make it on the Trangia tonight because it's got a few more. It's got a bowl and a fry pan and things like that. So it's a little more versatile than just the jet boil in the skillet. So it should allow me to do this a little bit better. That being said, it is an alcohol stove, but the Trangia is probably the most stable alcohol stove I have. So I'm going to set that up. I'm going to keep the door open, and yeah, we'll get cooking. Best part about adding wine or a cider to this dish, because I don't know if you can see that, but it completely deglazes the pan, so all the burnt bits from the sausage are now gone, which is good because it adds a ton of flavor, but also good because it makes cleanup a heck of a lot easier because I don't have to scrub this pan now. Next, chicken stock. Alright, so all done. So for dinner tonight, this is braised sausage, Lincolnshire sausage, beans and greens with a little roll, and gotta have the mustard. Yeah, so super simple, as you saw. The Trangia, every time I cook with this thing, I love it. It's so nice. I mean, Jetboils and those kinds of stoves are great, but there's this, the fact that you get 2 bowls of a fairly decent size, a frying pan, which in this case I'm using as a plate. I have a kettle, which I'm gonna probably put on in a little bit, and I'd never even had to refill the fuel. I have a fuel bottle with me, but I never even had to refill it. So I was able to do that entire meal just with, one filling of it. So pretty cool. And it's nice to be able to see how much fuel you have also, instead of guessing. But yeah, super simple meal. This actually wasn't my own recipe. This is actually something I made from one of those Waitrose cards. I don't know if any of you shop there, any of you here in the UK, but yeah, really nice. I love those cards. It's nice to be able to just, when you can't think of what to make, you just pick one of the cards, get everything on the list, and most of them have been absolute winners. And this one is just such a nice fall winter meal. I'm gonna go ahead and tuck into this, and yeah, I guess I'll get back with you in just a little bit. I don't know if you saw a little bit earlier, but I have a pretty incredible view of the full moon tonight. I didn't even realize it would be a full moon, so it's really cool. I won't probably even need my head torch at all this entire evening when I head out. I can see pretty much everything, which is pretty incredible on nights like this. So, alright, I'm rambling again. I'm not going to do what I did last video, so I'm going to go ahead and get into this, and then I'll get back with you guys in a little bit. Alright. Alright, so I just finished dinner, and I have my coat on because I was just outside taking some night photos and video, so you can see pretty much everything. It's pretty crazy. I actually can only think of one other time I was camping when it was a full moon. That was in the Smoky Mountains a few years ago, so it's really neat to experience it. You could pretty much do a full hike without a head torch at all. You can see so well. I tried to film a little bit of it on the camera, but it just doesn't pick it up nearly as good as the old eyeballs. So I really think I need to get a faster lens so I can show a little bit more night stuff, because there is a really cool look to it outside right now. But anyway, yeah, so I have my jacket on because I'm freezing again, and so I'm going to actually make up a tea. I don't have any beers because my wife and I are actually doing a dry January right now, so I've just got some chaga with me, which is actually something I drink a lot at home. I don't drink it too often camping because it takes a little bit to prepare, or at least the way I prepare it. Some people just boil it, but I actually like to simmer it for a little while, maybe like 15 to 20 minutes. So I got a little bit of chaga. I'm going to get the kettle on and at least have a nice warm drink, since I can't have a nice beer. So anywho, I'm going to get that on now, and then I'll probably get back with you one more time before heading to bed. So another way to light the alcohol when it's cold is you can actually stick the match in and just leave a little bit of it just above the alcohol, and it'll actually act as a wick, and eventually, so it'll burn like that slowly, but eventually it'll heat up enough to actually catch the rest of the alcohol. on fire, which looks like it's just about to do. So while that's simmering a little bit, I'll talk a little bit more about the stove. So one of the things that, you know, some people don't like about the alcohol stoves is that in weather like this especially, it can be a little bit hard to light. But as you can see, if you have matches, you can easily do that. You can also even use a little bit of tissue paper and roll it and actually make a little wick that makes it really pretty easy to light as well. But if you don't want to fiddle with that, or you don't have any matches or another way of lighting it, let's say you just have a ferro rod, one of the things you can do, it's actually something I did last trip, is take the Trangia and put the cap on it, screw it on tightly. You do have to make sure that you have a Trangia that doesn't leak though. Some of them have been known to leak. Mine never has. So, but you screw it on tightly, and then you can actually put it in your sleeping bag with you. Or like when I do a lot of my day hikes, I'll just keep it in my coat pocket to keep the stove and the alcohol warm. So whenever you're ready to light it, you can just use a ferro rod, and it's pretty quick, and it works as if it wasn't freezing. So yeah, a couple different ways to do it. You know, both are easy, but like I said, if you don't have matches or a lighter, you can use a ferro rod. You just have to keep it close to your body, or like I said, in your sleeping bag, and to keep it warm. So, all right, again, I'm rambling too much, so I'm just gonna sit here, relax, let that simmer for a little bit, and then maybe I'll get back with you in a little bit, talk about the day, and then I'm going to head to bed. Right, it is ready. Oh, and way too hot. Oh man, that's good though. Love chaga. If you haven't had it before, highly recommend it. I mean, I would think you probably have to like teas and things like that to actually like it, but it has a very unique kind of earthy taste. But yeah, I've really grown to love it over the years. I don't make it too often though, because like I said, the way I do it, I don't just boil it, I simmer it for a while, so you know, it takes a bit of time, but definitely worth it, and really nice to have a warm beverage right now. The temperature's dropped quite a bit. Actually just checked it. I got a little thermometer thing over there. I just had it sitting outside. It's only 1 degree right now, so it's actually not too bad. The forecast for on top of Great End was supposed to be around freezing, so by morning, but didn't make it up there. Yeah. Ugh. So talk a little bit about the failures today. So I decided you can take, if you're not familiar with this, you can actually take 2 routes. One either to the east or to the west of Seathwaite Fell, which is directly in front of me, where Sprinkling Tarn is. I decided to take the western side, which goes up next to a waterfall, which I really wanted to see. The only problem is it's a bit steeper, and it definitely took more time than I anticipated. So, oh well. The plan was to get to Great End at the top, because the weather's so nice. I figured I could easily camp on the summit tonight, but didn't happen. Oh well. I did make it about halfway up. I think you'll probably see it in the video. But yeah, I just wasn't going to make it before sunset, and I didn't want to risk doing it in the dark. I don't think I would have done it in the dark, but I would have had to probably set the tent up in the dark, and I just wouldn't have been able to enjoy really the sunset or anything.
which is the entire reason I wanted to go up there. But so I decided to come down here. Only problem, second fail, is when I looked at it from up above, it looked completely empty. But as soon as I got down here, I noticed a gentleman right by the little peninsula area where I was planning on coming down and actually camping. So I decided to camp on this side of the tarn. And then as soon as I get my tent up, he moves on. So I don't know if he was camping here the previous day and just decided to leave, or what. But so yeah, I have the tarn to myself now. But I didn't even get to pitch where I had intended to. So oh well, that's how it works sometimes. It is nice though that it's quiet and I am here by myself, which is kind of cool. So yeah, make the best of it. All it means is, I got to come back next time so I can camp on top of the summit. Probably in the spring I'll be able to come back and give it a go when I can have a little bit more daylight to actually get up there. Because right now the earliest I can leave after dropping off my kids is around 9 o'clock, which means I get here around 1:30. So yeah, doesn't leave me too much time to hike, and especially film, because I never know how long that's gonna add to it. So, but again, thank you so much everyone who's commented and things like that lately. It's been really, really great talking to a lot of you, and the feedback's really helpful as well. So I really appreciate it. So yeah, cheers. I'm gonna drink this, and I'll probably sign off in, 30 minutes or so. It's not too late, but I need to get to sleep so I can wake up early and get home. All right, I'll talk to you later. So that about does it tonight. I had my alarm set for around 5:30, 5:45. Depending on if I snooze. Yeah, overall good trip. Didn't really work out as I had planned, but I'll be back. And like I said, it is nice to actually get to camp at Sprinkling Tarn, which I've always wanted to, just never have, because I don't want to pitch up near someone. I usually like it where I can't see anyone in sight. So yep, that'll do it for me. Alright, I'm gonna get to sleep. I'll see you guys in the morning. Night. Good morning. So I woke up a little bit before the alarm. It's gotten a little bit windy, but the benefit, I had to close the door last night, so I'm cocooned in here. But it's much, much warmer than having the door open. It got pretty chilly last night. But with all the wind, no condensation or anything, so that's great. It looks like I get to put away a dry tent, which doesn't always happen. So there is some weather coming in. As you can probably see, the tent's blowing around a little bit now, but not bad. Nothing to be worried about or anything. But yeah, it's definitely going to be breezy though, getting out here today. All right, let's get up, get that coffee going. It's about 20 minutes ago. When I was starting to wake up, I brought the Trangia into my sleeping bag, so hopefully It'll make it a little bit easier to start this morning. The wind's definitely picked up. See how much easier that was to light? One of the ways you'll know that you've warmed it up enough also is when you can smell the spirits when you take off the lid. So this morning I still haven't got my normal coffee things yet. I'm trying one of these duo latte things. It's still not as good as my usual, but a lot better than the Nescafe ones in my opinion. So once you dump the I guess the powder that becomes the milk, then take off the second layer. You fill this with water and it becomes the espresso shot that goes inside. Let's give it a try. Not usually what I drink when I'm on camps. Usually I just drink it black, but infinitely better than the last camp with those little Nescafe things. So, if you hadn't noticed, I actually slept with my head at the foot end of the tent last night. And that's primarily because the head end is actually slanted down slightly. So I slept at this end, so my head's a bit higher. But yeah, it wasn't a problem at all. Even when I did close the door, I had plenty of space. So, alright, I'm going to finish drinking this and then start packing up, and I'll see you guys when I get out of the tent. Alright, so it's around 6:30. Got everything packed up. It's still dark outside, so you probably don't want to see me take down the tent anyway, but I'll bring you out. The moon's out still, full moon, so I'll try to film that a little bit. And then yeah, we'll get the tent down, pack it away, and get out of here.
So back on trail. There's sprinkling tarn. Next time we'll do a camp up there. Although I could have swore this morning when I was getting up I saw a head torch up there, so I don't know, it could be my imagination, but I'll tell myself that someone was already up there, so I wouldn't have wanted to camp up there anyway. Anyway, so we're on trail. We're actually going to go to the east side of Seathwaite Fell this time. It's a little bit longer, not much, but it's a much more direct, straight route back down to the car. So, and the terrain, from at least what I've seen on maps, looks quite a bit simpler. So, and as you can see, there's already an actual footpath, so a lot easier to make some time because I'm actually running a little behind. I wanted to get to the car by 9 o'clock, and I don't know if I will, so I'm going to try to push it. All right, I'll get back with you to show you idea of the temperature. It did just get below freezing last night. It's not frozen solid, but the surfaces are definitely frozen. There's Great End. We're going back down this way. That's probably the 6th time my camera's been blown over by the wind this morning. So I think I'm gonna give it a break and just film with the GoPro. Yeah, the wind's definitely picked up. I wanted to fly the drone this morning, but with some of these gusts, I just don't know if I can. I think it would be okay, but I'm in kind of a hurry to get back to the car. So depending on when I get to the halfway point, how I'm doing with time, I may or may not take it up. But hopefully you liked the drone shots yesterday. It sucks that even then we weren't able to catch the sunset, but oh well. One of these camps we will. Yeah, this path on this side of Seathwaite Fell is much clearer and easier. Looks like you do all the elevation gain towards the end, whereas on the other side you do a lot of it at the beginning. But yeah, it's pretty much just a straight shot down the valley, back to the little farm there, to the car. So I'll get with you guys in a little bit. Decided to shed some layers. It's getting quite warm again. So I haven't learned from my mistakes with filming in the wind. The camera fell again, but as you can see this time, it did it in. Hopefully I can order a replacement piece. It looks like I can for this base plate for the Fuji X-T4, but it's a bummer because I can't actually attach it to the tripod now. So hopefully I can get that fixed before the next camp. I should be able to. I'm pretty confident. or hopeful that I can. Yeah. So this path is actually quite a bit easier than going up the other way, so I'm making pretty good time. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the drone out and show you a bit more of the valley leading up to Great End. I'm still getting used to it. I got it for Christmas. My wife doesn't watch my videos, but she sure did give me a great gift to help film them, so thank you, babe. So yeah, I'm gonna get the drone up. It's about 20 mile per hour winds, but I have flown it in winds that high before, so it should be okay as long as I just keep it straight and do simple moves with it. But like I said, I'm still getting used to it, so hopefully it turns out. All right, let's do that. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for this one. Hope you liked it. Thanks for watching. So anyone looking to do Great End, I would recommend taking the Rudy Gill path, or the path along Rudy Gill, which is a stream up this valley, and it basically is a straight shot to Great End. It's a little bit longer of a path, however the path is way easier, and actually if I would have taken that, I probably could have made it yesterday before sunset, because it's quite a bit faster as well. I'd say the only real reason to go and do the path that's west of Seathwaite Fell, which is right there, is if you'd like to see that waterfall off in the distance over there, or you'd like a view of Ilkrag and Scoutfell Pike and those peaks. It's a good hike, but it just takes a bit longer. All right, so the car's right there, just over that little hill down by the farm. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. So please like, share, and get outside. I'll catch you on the next one. Later.